Hey, not bad.
That was like if we had a duel at high noon.
Yeah.
We would both be dead.
Mm-hmm. It would have been one of those tragic tales. Like, you dig 2 graves when you seek revenge.
I don't know what you just said, but it sounds cool.
Hey, everybody, welcome back to Riggle's Picks. I'm Rob Riggle.
I'm Darren Leader.
With us, as always, we got Gary and Claire in the booth. Hi, guys.
Hey.
Gary,
we talked about this.
No. Let it hang, Gary. You just be you. Okay? Hey.
That was the most energetic hey I've heard out of Gary.
That's the most energetic hey Gary's ever done.
Maybe ever.
Hey! What's up, Gary?
Gary, you're like climbing. You're riding on sunshine.
I don't know, man. My air horns were criticized recently. So.
Oh, well, Darren does that a lot.
How did I get thrown under the bus?
I love your air horn.
Thank you very much, Rob.
Dude, that's not what he said earlier. He's like, have you heard Gary's air horn? It's so stupid.
No, that's not. I don't talk like that.
No, he didn't say so stupid. He said it's really stupid.
No, I don't.
Why
I
does
don't
Rob
talk like this.
Why does Rob sound like he smoked for 60 years?
Yeah, and when did I become an all-star wrestler, by the way? When did I become an all-star?
The name's Riggle, Rob Riggle. Have you heard Gary lately? Gary's his air horn sounds terrible, man. It sounds like this. Fern, fern, fern.
Hey.
See, that's hey.
Wow, he's throwing me off. I don't even know who you are, Gary.
Gary is a leader of men and a producer extraordinaire.
That's how you're going to describe Gary?
Yeah.
That clip, by the way, is going to be my voicemail now.
Hey!
No. Oh. Rob, Gary is a leader of men and producer extraordinaire.
Can you say it like you're narrating his biography and life story? Go ahead.
Gary, leader of men, producer extraordinaire.
Hey!
If that should be your ringtone, that should be your outgoing voice message.
In a world
where
where Gary leads men.
Hey!
That sounds like a really funny film.
Yeah.
Gary leading men into battle.
Gary is a producer extraordinaire. Claire also. Don't want to leave Claire out of this. Claire.
Okay, I don't need a ringtone. It's fine.
Okay.
You know what,
good.
Claire? Look, for the listeners and the viewers, Claire is. She looks like she's 17.
Mm-hmm.
She's incredibly smart, very talented, funny. She's
work ethic. I like Claire's work ethic.
She's an American, but she's also a Canadian.
Yeah. Well, she's American now, so she's got all the good things.
I think she's American-Canadian now.
That's not a.
It's a thing.
No.
It's a dual citizenship.
But that's called American/Canadian.
Okay, whatevs.
All right.
You know what I'm saying?
How do you classify yourself, Claire?
American first.
Bingo.
Slammo jammo. That was. Oh God, you're feeling it. Do it. One. What?
And I don't even drum, dude. I don't even drum.
That.
You tell me. You saw it. You're an expert.
You looked like you knew what you were doing.
You are a professional drummer.
Yes.
You are a legendary drummer. You saw me work it.
I was thinking to myself, he's done this before.
See?
Like you had the wrist. You had the wrist.
Yeah.
And you had like.
I was working the high cymbal and the snare.
Yeah, you had funk face though. You're like. Yeah, that was awesome.
Should I or should I not enter myself into an air drum contest?
You should. And based on what I just saw.
And I appreciate that coming from you as a professional, but sometimes you mess with me and you play me. So I'm going to go to the team and put it out there for everybody. Gary, Claire, should I?
Absolutely.
Yep.
Yeah. This is me not messing with you.
Okay.
Your air drumming was great. It was great.
Thank you.
I felt like you had a clue to where the beat was, which is very not normal. But great job.
Thank you.
I thought you were playing.
Wow. I felt like I was. In
here
I felt like I was.
I felt your heartbeat through your air hands. It seemed like you were playing Tina Turner's Proud Mary, her version of Proud Mary.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I kind of went into another realm, like
That's
another
clear.
dimension.
Yeah.
That happens to me a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Out of what? Thin air? Just
Thin air. I start air drumming or air guitaring or just walking, and I go into another dimension.
Do you ever stump? Did your eyes just cross?
No.
Oh. Do you ever stumble when you go into those dimensions when you're walking? Or do you see what you're doing?
I never stumble. I skate into those dimensions on rollerblades, roller skates, or ice skates.
When was the last time you bought rollerblades?
2001.
Did you know that was going to be the last pair of rollerblades you'd ever buy?
You never know.
Do you ever know when you purchase something that it's probably going to be the last time you buy one of those?
Yes, sometimes. Well, not until I try it. Like I'll buy something going, I'm going to try this.
Yeah.
And then I immediately go, I'm never going to do this again.
So I get that.
But I rollerbladed in New York City around Central Park because on the weekends they shut down Central Park and the road, there's a loop road around the whole park. And it's like a 6-mile loop. Mm-hmm. And one round, one loop on it, 6 miles. So I would go out there and I'd do a loop in the summer, and pumping up and down those hills and, sweating. And I actually loved it because it was a heck of a workout. 2 loops around there, 12 miles of rollerblading.
Come on. In a bikini?
Just Rob going around like, hey.
Hey.
I mean, did I wear short shorts? I don't know. It was the early 2000s.
In Central Park. So that 6-mile thing took sometimes an hour because you'd stop and hang out with the boys. And that's what's cool.
I did crash quite a bit because there was really only 2 water fountains that I would use.
Oh.
And they were always at the bottom of a hill, so I couldn't stop.
I get that.
Did you rollerblade to work? Because in 2001, for listeners who don't know, you were a Marine.
This is true. No, like I said, it was on the weekends when the road was closed at Central Park. But I would not roller skate because I didn't have that kind of control. Like I would have ended up in traffic and not able to stop myself, and I would have been killed. Because when I tried to stop at the water fountains, I couldn't do it.
How did you stop in rollerblades?
I would run into things.
Okay, you used items to stop.
I would run into things or use the uphill.
Okay.
To kind of
could you do a skate style?
No, I finally figured out how to drag one foot.
Okay.
But that wasn't quick stopping.
No.
That wasn't quick stopping.
So when I used to play roller hockey, right? And I remember I stopped for a while. I got into soccer. I got into golf, all that stuff. Then, like maybe 10 years ago, I went to a hockey rollerblade shop. And I was in there. I was like, I want new rollerblades because I haven't done it in a minute. And I'm looking, and they're expensive. I'm like, okay, well, I want those. And it dawned on me. I'm like, this will be the last pair I ever buy because I'm not going to use these enough to wear them out before I stop playing.
Totally.
And I was like, this is a thing.
This is a short-term purchase, but you knew it going in.
I knew. Yeah. And you know what? I still have them, and I don't use them, and I want to get rid of them.
Well, that's what eBay is for.
Have you used eBay recently?
Never.
I sold a sex doll on eBay once.
I don't know if we have time to unpack that.
We don't.
We don't have time to unpack that.
Definitely don't.
That's a whole episode,
I will
man.
tell you the story on another episode. It's real, it's legit, and there are things about this story that are mind-blowing.
Now, is that...
You sure?
Dude, I'm not kidding. This is a great story, and I know I've loaded the chamber, and when I tell you...
How long would it take to tell the story? Because honestly, well, first of all, I want to make sure you've thought about telling the story because you realize this is going out to the world.
I understand.
One, okay. And 2, this sounds like something that would take forever to unpack.
There's a lot to it.
Well, there has to be.
Yeah.
You say another episode, that's going to be a whole episode.
Yeah, that's a whole episode.
I'm ready. This is a teaser. I'm ready. I will tell the story about selling a sex doll on eBay on an episode of Riggle's Picks.
Well, I'm going to sign up to listen to that.
I think everybody wants to hear that.
Oh, my God.
And it's such a good story. There's so many things like you don't think about when selling a sex doll.
Yeah.
Which sounds very strange. But I can't wait to share it to you.
All right, listen, I'm excited to hear it. I think our listeners are excited to hear it. Unfortunately, we can't get to that today because it's too much to unpack.
I know.
But what we have today is phenomenal. phenomenal.
We have a guest today.
I'm so excited for this guest because he comes more from your world of music, and I'm so grateful to get the opportunity to meet him, and I can't wait to hear all the stories that come along.
He's a friend. He's a personal friend of mine.
Yeah.
He is a lovely human, dad, husband, rocker, musician, entertainer.
Yeah.
The guy's a stud.
I know. And when you say rocker, you're selling it short.
No,
He's a Hall of Fame guitarist.
He has written massive hits.
Yeah.
Massive hits, and I can't wait to bring him on.
Well, let's do it. Introduce.
Ladies and gentlemen, on Riggle's Picks today, we have the unbelievably talented Mark Tremonti.
Mark Tremonti is here.
Let's bring him in.
Gare, bring him in, please.
Hey.
Hey, everybody, we got Mark Tremonti with us.
Dude, Mark Tremonti of Creed, of Alter Bridge, of Frank Sinatra, of rock and roll guitar. The dude, I got to tell you,
okay.
I'm sorry.
I'm eager too, so hurry up because I want to get
I'm
get
excited
in this.
Because we're friends.
Yeah.
And insane talent and just a good human.
Yes.
Insane talent, good human, and very handsome and fit. I'm sorry.
I noticed the fitness. So there's so many things.
Yeah.
So many things. The Sinatra's got me just curious as all hell. Creed, obviously I want to talk about what's going on there. But where do you want to start? I got so many questions.
I want to start with this, Mark. Are you really on an iPhone 8?
Oh yeah, that's a good question.
You know what? I think it's an iPhone 10, but it's still called iPhone 8.
Okay, because when you called in, I was like, all right, look, I know that he can probably afford an iPhone 14 or 15.
You know what? Hopefully this Creed tour this year, I'll be able to save a few $100 to get that iPhone 12 or whatever it is now. But from that, I got to stick with the iPhone 8 until that happens.
I love your stick-to-itiveness, and it's awesome. Thank you for being here, dude. Thanks for taking time out of your crazy schedule, because I know that you are in the middle of a lot of stuff, and it's a lot of cool stuff that a lot of people are anticipating. And
let me dive in, right?
Please.
Because you know, one of the things I'm assuming, and I don't know, but I'm assuming you're getting prepped for this new Creed tour. Am I accurate or inaccurate on that?
Yeah, we just we did a couple cruises, Creed cruises, and that was great. Just 2 shows each cruise, so we're 4 shows deep. Our next show is July 17th, and that's the big nationwide tour. We're excited about it because
that's fantastic.
People are showing up in numbers. It's the biggest sales we've ever had in our entire careers for Creed. So we're excited.
So congratulations! I'm glad that as a fan, I'm just glad that whatever the kerfuffle was, I'm glad that you guys worked it out and that you are back together and playing music again.
I'm gonna tell you this, Mark. Bands, and I know this firsthand. There is a band that had a show booked one night, very close to a show that you guys are doing. I believe it's in Pennsylvania, and the band had to reschedule their show because Creed sold 23,000 tickets for that night.
Oh my god!
And so bands are rescheduling around this thing because people are coming in droves to see it. And
I'm one.
And I love that for you guys. And it's awesome, man. Do you have some nerves because it's something you haven't done in a minute, or are you like, oh, we got this?
I had the nerves, but then we did the first couple shows on the boat, and it's just like you get through that first one, you got it. Scott, more importantly, Scott's got it. He's sounding incredible on the vocals. He's killing it. He's, we were doing that first show, and I have a 19-year-old and a 15-year-old. They've been dying to see a Creed show, and my 19-year-old comes up to me after the show. He's like, Dad, he's electric. You can't take your eyes off of him. I'm like, wow, that's good to hear. Yeah. That's good to hear. So that younger generation, they love to see that real out in your face front man kind of thing.
Yeah.
The rock star is a dying breed, and he's certainly one of them. Honestly, there are people who do that front man thing, and they're cool, and they sing fine, and you watch them, but there's other people you watch, and you can't stop watching.
They're captivating.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
He's got that thing.
But the music, too, man. The music is so powerful. It's so powerful.
It's big rock.
It's big, thunderous sounding rock.
Which is interesting to me because you also do a Frank Sinatra tribute.
Yes, sir.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, tell me about that because that fascinates me.
Yeah. So when me and my wife were having our third child, she was diagnosed with Down syndrome, and I said, and at the time I was obsessed with Frank Sinatra for some reason. I was reading all his biographies, I was watching all his movies, practicing singing like him. I didn't know why, and then when I got that diagnosis, I'm like, there's something floating around there and telling me I should do this. And I called my manager and said, you know what, I want to do a record for charity to raise money and awareness for Down syndrome, because that's obviously my new mission in life is to do all I can. That's why I'm wearing this shirt, the National Down Syndrome Society. But anyways, I called my manager and said, let's hire some local cats to get on in the studio. He's like, why do you want to do that? My guitar teacher growing up was Dan McIntyre, Frank Sinatra's touring guitar player.
Amazing.
Wow.
So the stars aligned. He set up a lunch meeting with Mike Smith, who was Sinatra's band leader, back towards the end. And they sat my manager down and he said, so can your boys sing?
I was going to ask you if they were cool with it.
Can your boys sing? And my manager had never heard me sing anything other than rock stuff. And he goes, of course he can. Of course he can.
Good manager. Good manager.
So we set up, so we set up a studio recording session of 2 songs just to see how it was going to go. We did Luck Be a Lady and That's Life. And the band loved it. We got along great. And we did I think a 13, 14 song record.
Were you tripping when you went to the studio?
I was, everybody was telling me, or asking me, are you terrified? This has got to be something bizarre for you to go do. And I told him, you can't be afraid of making money for charity. I don't care what it is you're doing. If you're doing something charitable, you should go be a ballerina in front of a billion people. Don't be nervous about it. So I started this thing called Take a Chance for Charity that asks people with a platform like you guys to do something that nobody would ever expect. And do it for charity because it's a lot of fun, and it gives everybody the get out of jail free card to do some wacky stuff that they never thought that they'd be accepted for, doing.
Are you challenging us right now?
I am challenging you on camera.
I love it.
We need to think of something that we are fully uncomfortable to do.
Well, listen, I hear you, and I'm going to put my mind to it.
Me too. We're going to answer that challenge, and we will be serious about it. We'll be serious about not being serious about being serious about it.
You know what? The funny thing is, though, it doesn't have to be something that you're uncomfortable with. It could be something that you're really good at that nobody would have any idea, but you thought, my fan base isn't going to get me singing opera. My fan base isn't going to get me painting pictures or whatnot. If you have some hidden talent that you think just doesn't fit your career path, this is the opportunity to set that in motion.
I gotta admit too, like I love that aspect. I think if you have a life in the arts, whatever it is, musician, actor, whatever, I think getting outside of your comfort zone every now and then is how you grow as an artist, just as an artist, and having an appreciation for everything in your lane, so to speak. Is good. It's a really, really good thing. It's how you become better. It's
awesome. Discomfort and change and doing something you don't normally do.
Yeah, I just did a drama. I normally do comedies. This is my, and the reason I took that project is because it scared me a little bit.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So that's amazing.
I got to see this drama now.
What's it called?
It's called Nichols.
Nichols.
Yes.
Okay.
And hopefully it'll be out in time for Sundance.
I hope that you have tremendous success.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah.
No, I love that. We do. I do a charity event in Kansas City for Children's Mercy Hospital. This will be our 15th year, and they do unbelievable work. So we may have to have you come out and join us.
I would love to.
Yeah, Sheryl Crow's this year's kind of our musical headliner, but we'll have to I'm gonna reach out to you for next year maybe.
Maybe next year we put together a little
Frank Sinatra's. That's a good thing about the Sinatra stuff. It fits every scenario. You can put it at a golf event. You could even put it at a heavy metal event. Yeah. People are gonna dig Sinatra stuff.
When you go do that, Mark, are you using a local set of musicians in whatever city you're going to, or are you traveling with a giant crew?
You just set me up for the best answer in the world. So I got this great story. So Frank Sinatra used to tour around the world, and he'd have his guys. His guys would wear black shirts. You know, they wear suits or tuxes with black shirts. The local guys would have white shirts. He couldn't travel with, 20 guys around the world. So he would have his 5, 6 guys that travel with him. They'd hire out the local talent. So one night, at my first real show, Mike Smith, Frank Sinatra's band leader, goes to me. He goes, "I want you to thank Dan Jordan's orchestra. They're the local guys. If you look back and you see us wearing the black shirts, we're your guys." So Frank would go on tour. He'd be able to look back in Tokyo and see his black shirts. Hey, there's Bill Miller on the piano. There's my guys. He's like, "We're your guys now." So it was like I became part of the fraternity, part of the Sinatra guys, gang. So it was
that's
that
pretty
was
cool.
Moments. And that was right before I hit the stage. I was like, I was a little emotional.
That just hit me in the heart.
Yeah, that's heartwarming, and that's powerful. That's not a small thing. That's a big thing. And but maybe they could have told you after the show because
you're like, thanks guys, I gotta go throw up.
I gotta go sing this song.
And now
I know. So we're looking at pinball machines. Clearly, you're a collector.
Yes.
What's your most rare one?
Rare one. These ones on the left, they're collector's editions, so there's only 500 of them, but they're, there's 500, so it's not super rare. But my favorite machine right now has got to be this Elton John machine. That thing is just over the top. But these machines on the left, this Venom machine, I did the soundtrack for it.
Oh, amazing.
And that machine on the end, the Godfather, I did the theme song for that. Slash also got on that machine, and we actually put out a record with the songs we put on the pinball machine, and we put it out for charity for National Down Syndrome Society. So
I love that.
You can always drag pinball into the charity world.
Love that.
You are obviously are a busy man, and you write a lot of material. You write a lot of music, clearly, with all the projects you're in. Do you write every day? Do you wake up with the intention to write, or do you just write when you are feeling it?
I write when I have something that I need to write. Of course, I'm writing around the clock, but like right now, I just finished a record. I just mastered my new Tremonti record, which is our 6th album. Now that I'm done with that, I want to take a breather. And then when I get on tour, I'm going to be writing the next Alter Bridge record. And I'll also be writing, I'll just write as much as I can. So who knows if there's going to be new Creed music or not. But I know I need to have an Alter Bridge record ready to go. And I've got 1 or 2 songs that I sent Miles one of them, and he, I said, I got this great part, but I need a part. So I sent it to Miles, and he's working on it now. So we're already getting going.
So Alter Bridge is made up of members that were in Creed as well, correct?
Yeah, we have Brian Marshall on bass, Scott Phillips on drums, and me, who were in Creed. And then Miles Kennedy joined us to start Alter Bridge.
Okay.
And Miles is just as busy. He tours with Slash. He has his own solo project. He's one of the most sought after singers on earth. He's the guy.
It's insane, dude. So for real, you have the 3 guys in Alter Bridge and Creed.
Right.
Mark Tremonti has a solo thing.
Yeah.
Flip, the drummer, has his side project. Yeah. You have Miles Kennedy, who does stuff with Slash, his solo thing, Alter Bridge. Whoever's in charge of all of your calendars needs a raise. It's ridiculous, dude.
Nuts. That's Tim Turner, man. He's great. He gets more done than I could have. I can't imagine how he gets it done.
Yeah, that sounds like LaGuardia level coordination.
It's JFK.
Yeah, it's got to be so many moving parts.
Oh my God!
And all legendary too, like all major players in the world.
It's there's no flukes. Everything is like banger. People love it. Yeah. Love this. Love that. And a lot of people seem to like all of it together.
Yeah. Yeah. So
people have actually said. People have said, "Hey, why don't you guys do a tour with Creed, Alter Bridge, Tremonti, Miles Kennedy? Projected." People just don't get. That would be fun. Seven Dust. Our manager manages Seven Dust as well. People forget that you're selling the ticket to the same guy for all those bands.
Right.
People want to put us with Steel Panther, so we have different fan bases come in to buy multiple tickets instead of.
Yes, I think that is a great idea. I think that's a wonderful idea.
So let me ask you, Mark, if you don't mind, because I'm the advocate for the audience on this show. When you think back to your Creed days, are there songs that that you just treasure and hold dear? I'm sure you hold them all dear, but is there any one that pops out more than others to you? I know your fans have their favorites, but do you have anything?
I've got probably three favorites. One is My Own Prison, because it's the song that imagine being a little shit kicking college kid playing in bars, and that was the first song where people came out and were like, you got to play that song, My Own Prison. Holy shit. And we'd play our whole set, and that would be the song that everybody go nuts for. And it got on the local radio station, a local college radio, and they put it in this locals only show on Sunday nights, and they got so many requests they put it into regular rotation, and then it was within a month it was the top requested song in the whole city. So that was the song.
Can I ask what city and college that was? That
was Tallahassee, Florida. We were going to Florida State.
Perfect. Okay, great. Love it.
So that was the song that started it all for us. It's still one I love playing, and but I'd have to say Faceless Man is probably one of the song that was the song that was the favorite of all of ours for many, many years. And then we just did a record called Full Circle back in, I think, 2009 or 10 with a song called Time on there, which I think is our most quality song.
That's awesome.
That's amazing.
That's so fun to hear.
You worked at Chili's.
I did.
You worked at Chili's. Were you a server or were you on the line? What did you do?
I was not handsome enough to be a server. I was in the kitchen. They stuck us all back in the kitchen, and I tried to get out there. I was a busboy first when I was so I went to Clemson University my freshman year, and the tuition got too expensive for my folks. They said, you got to come back home. So me and my brother, I worked two jobs. I worked at Octopus Car Wash in the morning, and then I'd work Chili's as a busboy at night, saved up $1,800, moved to Tallahassee, started a band. And, the rest is history.
By the way, Chili's best ranch. I put them up there, the top ranch. I'm a ranch connoisseur.
I know. I don't know if I can get on your train right now.
What? Ranch? It's good ranch at Chili's.
It's fine ranch.
It's good. It's top 3.
Mark, where's the best ranch?
The best ranch, maybe Texas Roadhouse.
Oh, holy cow.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
He's not wrong.
You come in hot with Chili's and homie drops a Texas Roadhouse, that's it.
Well, that's a trump card.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so I back that play, but I'm saying top 5. Chili's is top 5 ranch.
All right, I'm not going to argue with that.
Okay. All right.
Now, if you're talking biscuits, biscuits, we had this talk last week at my buddy's birthday party. It's either Texas Roadhouse, and I've never had these biscuits, and I think they're going bankrupt, but they said that Red Lobster.
Oh, really?
I heard Red Lobster's going, but I didn't know anything about their biscuits.
I didn't know about Red Lobster biscuits, but I would say Cracker Barrel.
Well,
I had those yesterday, and they're delicious.
They're pretty good.
See, he gets it.
Yesterday.
This is why he's a successful person.
You know what else too? If you live on the road in any capacity, you get to enjoy Chili's, Texas Roadhouse, and Cracker Barrel because they're at every major stop on every interstate.
Yes.
You get the
you just get to know them. Yeah.
What's your go-to? Okay, let me paint a picture for you. You're on tour. You're in the States. Now, this is different from international. You're in the States. You're in the middle of the country. You have a night off, and you're in a sort of populated area with all the restaurants. What's your go-to for dinner?
And we're talking chains, obviously.
If I'm going to spoil myself, I'm going to Benihana.
Oh,
nice.
Me, that's the ultimate restaurant. I love Bahama Breeze. That's probably my second favorite.
Oh, I haven't had much time with Bahama
It's very
Breeze.
Floridian.
Really?
I'm just saying that is very Floridian in my perspective. I could be wrong, but okay, go ahead. But
if I'm just hungry at the hotel and I want to do something quick and easy and I know it's good, I'm going to go Panera Bread. Uber Eats.
See, that's why he looks like the way he does.
Well, yeah,
he's fit as a fiddle. He's strong. Good skin. The reason is because he makes these healthy choices.
I know.
Those are all healthy choices.
The Cracker Barrel, and the biscuits, and the Texas Roadhouse biscuits.
Well, the Panera and the Benihana,
Yeah.
That's good eating. That's healthy eating.
Do you go for the entertainment or the food at Benihana for the show?
100% the food. I had my rehearsal dinner for our wedding at the local Benihana. I used to have, you know how they have the wall of people that come in there, like they had Tiger Woods, they had all these other people. I was actually on the damn wall for I don't know, a good 10 years. Me and Scott Phillips were on that wall.
Really?
You know, back when Creed was popping back in the earlier days, we'd go in there all the time, and they asked us to take a photo, and I made the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame on the Benihana wall.
I want to do that. Where's your Rock and Roll Hall of Fame on the wall at Benihana?
I don't rate a Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Where's your comedic, like your, hey,
I don't even rate that. You know what? There'd be a goofy headshot of me back in the early days, you know, like with a propeller on my head and suspenders going, who, me?
I'm crazy.
When I'm an 80-year-old man and like, what did you do with your life? I'll be like, you know, you just go to Benihana and you'll see what I did.
Yeah.
That's what I did.
Yeah, take your questions down to Benihana.
That's amazing. So when you're not rocking, when you're not touring, you're home, you're familying, you're dadding to the 3 kids, you're husbanding. What else for you by yourself? What's your hobby? What's your jam?
I like getting stuff done. I like playing pinball. Pinball's definitely one of my favorite things to do. I play frisbee golf with my boys every day.
Okay, so that's the thing. That's one of the main things. You go frisbee golfing
every night in our yard. We have two goals in our yard, and we just play frisbee golf against one another. Whoever gets last place has to do some kind of shitty thing.
That's cool.
I like there's stakes. There's got to be stakes.
The shitty thing stakes.
Yeah, the shitty thing stakes. Yeah. Do you listen to Pinball Wizard when you're playing pinball?
If I'm playing Elton John, it's on there, right?
Oh, that's awesome.
That's dope.
You got to do it. I feel like
absolutely.
That's like Inception kind of shit. You're listening to Pinball Wizard. Yeah.
Data East came out with a hoop machine that had that song on there, so I don't have that one, but I have it on this machine.
You don't have it yet.
No, they don't have it. You don't have it yet.
He doesn't have it yet.
Right.
I can tell it's on the list though.
It seems like it.
It's on the list.
It seems like Mark has like these ideas. He's like, I'm getting it made.
I like that he said, I like to get things done.
Yeah, what's that? That's not a hobby.
That's awesome. That makes me think that you only read nonfiction. Am I right?
No, I love science fiction, sci-fi, fantasy.
Okay.
I actually wrote. I've written a book. I'm writing another book right now. It's more of a sci-fi kind of thing. I wrote a book called A Dying Machine.
Named after a band.
I'm writing a book right now. Well, A Dying Machine was one of our records.
Oh.
So Tremonti, my band Tremonti came out with I think it was our 4th record called A Dying Machine, and I wanted to be the first dude to come up with a novel.
What have you done?
What did you push?
Have you done?
It's not my fault.
Why did you freeze Mark Tremonti?
I did. It's a nice frozen picture.
It's good. He was just about to make a point.
That's maybe one of the best freezes I've seen.
It is. And look how intense. He's looking right through your soul.
It's like he's looking at both of us with each eye. Mm-hmm. I feel
a little intimidated. Gary, you're working the issue, I assume?
Yeah, we're just waiting for him to unfreeze here. It's
This is the longest freeze in history.
This is what happens when you try to zoom from an iPhone 8.
You know what I feel like? I feel like he did it intentionally.
Do you think he hit pause and just went and is outside having a sandwich?
No, I think he's just holding the position. That's not even on
not
pause.
Frozen.
He's just like...
He just froze on purpose? Oh, now he's gone. Well...
Okay, this is a power play. We need to not react.
Yeah, and don't call back right away. Let's see if he calls us.
Just everybody chill.
Everybody chill.
All right?
I'm with you on this.
Because sometimes when this happens, people panic.
Yeah.
We got to get Mark Tremonti back. But you know what?
He's not... This interview is going very well. He's a tremendous guy. You don't think he's big-timing us, do you?
He might be. You hear how busy he is.
Yeah, he is busy.
And
he's super busy.
He likes to get stuff done.
I love that he loves to get stuff done.
Dude,
by the way, he gets stuff done.
Would that ever be your answer? What's your hobby?
So what are your hobbies? I like to get stuff done. But it's so true. Look, he's writing books. He's writing music. He's spending time with his family.
I know.
He's taking on charity events. Like, he's relentless.
Okay, ask me the same question.
What do you like to do with your free time?
Fish.
Okay.
And golf.
Which, by the way, respectable answers.
Thank you. Those normal people answers.
Yes, those are normal people answers.
Here comes the 8 plus coming in hot.
Oh, yeah, here we go. It's an 8+. I'm not buying that 10.
He's almost back.
Here's something.
Launch meeting, allow.
There you go.
All right.
Activate that camera.
Activation.
It's that damn phone, man.
And you got to get the 15, man. You're going to have to upgrade.
I'm going to buy you an iPhone, Mark.
Dude, my phone told me the temperature was too hot.
Oh, dude, that's because it was built in 1908.
Yeah, the battery's old. That's all.
So that's your daughter behind you. Now we see her.
My daughter, I got her all over the computer. Now I've got my Zoom conference on my iPhone. Now I can't turn this damn thing off.
We're in a loop. Oh, we got it. We got it.
All right.
We good?
Yeah. We're
Yeah.
good.
So your daughter's lovely, Mark.
Oh, thank you. She's this room is full of I got every time we do these charity walks, they make these big head.
Yeah.
So after they're done, I collect them all and put them in my studio.
That is very sweet.
Fantastic.
We were just, when your iPhone 8 Plus froze, not saying anything about your phone, but I am saying we thought you may be big timing us because you are clearly
busy,
more productive than we are.
Yeah.
We feel inferior.
Yeah.
Come on.
But your answer is the best we've ever heard. We did decide that when we said, "What do you do with your free time?" You're like, "I like to get stuff done," and then it was all accurate. You wrote a book. You're writing a book. You're writing new music. You're doing charity events. You're spending time with your family. You're playing frisbee with your
I don't
boys.
like it. I don't like it.
It's really unbelievable.
It's very
he does like to get stuff done.
It's uncomfortable for me to hear how productive he is. And I'll tell you this. And I was telling Rob, dude, I go, ask me the question. Go ahead. Go ahead.
What do you like to do with your free time, Darren?
Fish and golf.
Yeah.
And that's it.
That's nice. That's great.
I said there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that.
Not at all. When you play golf, you feel you're getting better at it. You're accomplishing something. You're practicing your golf.
Now,
and not only that, he's supportive.
Now he's placating.
No, he's supportive.
I'm such a loser.
I'm telling you, Mark's the full. I'm writing down full package.
full bag. That's the name of your new project. Full package.
There you go.
Dude, and you guys go out with cod pieces and flames. It's gonna be amazing.
We'll get sued by Guar.
And Wasp. I'm gonna call Tim. I'm gonna go, dude, full package, and the first album's called Codpiece. It's gonna be awesome.
That's it,
dude. I can't thank you enough for spending time with us, and it's such a pleasure to meet you. I've been a fan of yours for a long time. I really appreciate your music. I appreciate the work you do. I'm glad to hear about the Down syndrome's the national. Say it again for me. The National Down Syndrome Society.
That's it.
And I appreciate the work you're doing for them too. That's really amazing. So thank you,
Mark. Thank you very much for your time. We appreciate it, and it's awesome for us to have you on to share everything you do with our listeners. And thank you.
Yeah.
Anytime you want me back, I'm here. I'm a phone call away.
That's awesome, man. Thank you so much.
All right.
You.
Take care, Mark.
Take care.
You brothers.
You should be more like him.
Full package.
You should be more like him.
Full package.
I'm actually not even kidding.
He's a stud,
dude.
He's a real stud.
He is, dude.
I'm going to listen to his music the whole way home.
It'll sound different to you now that you've talked to him.
Yes, I really. I always love that. Now that I always become when I'm lucky enough to meet either an athlete or a musician or a fellow actor or comedian. Once I meet him, I just all of a sudden then I'm like, yeah, now I want to embrace their work more and spend more time with it because now that I know them a little bit, I'm like. Now I want to unpack a little more of their work.
Yeah.
And really enjoy it because there's a personal connection probably. I don't know.
Honestly, man, that guy is just he's quality. He's consistent whenever I see him because he travels a lot and I travel a lot. But when we see each other, he's just the same dude and it's I'm glad he came on and we got to know him a little bit better.
Yes. And our listeners out there, you're welcome.
Yeah,
you're welcome. That's the writer of all the music for Creed.
Yep,
Creed's it all, and a Grammy-winning musician who is an amazing guitarist. Thunderous guitar. That's a heavy metal guitar.
Big tone,
big
hairy tone. Yeah. And he's a tone freak.
Yeah.
I don't know about on this tour, but I know that in the past he'll
Is
bring
it Tone Loco? As in Tone Loc. I nailed it. I'm out. Thanks, everybody. I'm going to write that down because that was so good.
Am I the only one wondering if with Arms Wide Open is about disc golf?
I don't know.
What did he say?
Disc golf. That's frisbee.
Yeah, that's disc golf. Frisbee, yeah.
If Arms Wide Open, he's wondering if that was written about that, perhaps.
I think it was.
The jury's out. No one really knows. No one will ever know. No one could possibly
I guess
know.
that's like the finish. Arms wide open.
Right.
Yeah, I get that.
I don't know.
I think that's the only popular song written dedicated to
frisbee golf?
Frisbee golf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, Darren,
welcome.
for bringing Mark onto the show. That was outstanding. I really appreciated getting to know him a little bit more.
It was a really nice interview. He's a rad dude. I think both of us could take some notes from that. And
Let's go listen to some Creed right now.
Okay.
With arms wide open.
Dude.
Huh?
If Stapp bails out,
Yeah,
I
I'm in.
think you got the gig.
I'm in. All right.
All right.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for listening to Riggle's Picks. I'm Rob Riggle.
I'm Darren Leader.
Always with us, Gary and Claire. And
Hey.
thanks for listening, everybody. We'll catch you next time.
I love you.